Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Judge Foundry board meeting for January of 2026. Happy New Year. Happy holidays to everyone. We're excited to do a bunch of new events this year, and we got a bunch of business to get through for the month of January. First up is the member report, which comes from me. This month, we had a net total of do math real quick, 24, 26, 25 new members. That includes 17 new affiliate members up to 524, 7 new L1s up to 361, 2 new L2s up to 163. L3s, L4s, and L5s stay the same, except we are down one L4. It looks like someone stepped away. That means the total is some number that I don't have in front of me because I did the math wrong. Next up, we have some meeting minutes to approve. So I have the November and December minutes. Does anyone have any issues with approving the November and December minutes? Nope. Okay, so the November and December minutes are adopted as the board has prepared, or as the secretaries have prepared. Those will be on the website soon. We do have an amendment to the October minutes. I'm going to move that we amend the approved minutes from the meeting on October 1st, 2025 by substituting the attached document. That document has been available to the board members as well. We do have to vote on this motion. We can't just do it by approval. So does anyone have any comments about, non-bird comments about the changes to the October minutes?
I just wanted to
summarize what they are.
Yeah, I just wanted to say why we're amending them. The October minutes just needed a bit of touching up. There were some it's minor clerical stuff mostly. None of the core content is changed. It's just a lot of formatting and really minor clerical changes to make it more in line with Robert's Rules of Order.
Okay, thanks, Toby. Does anyone have any other comments? Nope. Okay. Then the motion is to amend the approved minutes, as I said, with the new minutes that we have. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 hands, so it's unanimous. The minutes have been amended and replaced with the amended minutes. Next up on the agenda is the treasurer's report.
Sure. So we have 2 months of treasurer's reports. I have a report for November. Our total revenue was $4,732.21. Our expenditures were $879.75. The full report is, as always, available on the website. The expenditures were just a lot of recurring costs, like our MailChimp subscription, our website costs. We had shipping costs for the store since it was open, and we paid for some more JudgeCast videos. So our net revenue for November was $3,852.46. And then for December, we brought in a little bit more. We had $5,072.46 of revenue. We spent a little bit less as well, $651.07. That was on our conference team actually approved some conferences, and so we spent a little bit of money there. Our shipping costs, because the store was once again open, and reoccurring costs for email and website, in addition to some accounting costs. So our total net revenue for December was $4,420.39. As of the beginning of this month, a few days ago, the total amount we have in our bank is $71,746.12. In addition to this, we also posted some financial overviews for 2025 and 2024. So if you're interested in the year at a glance, you can also view those on the website.
Thanks, Toby. Next, we move on to new business. I have a few resolutions for us to go over that a bunch of people have submitted. So we'll start with resolution 1, titled Allocate Funds for Conferences. Does someone want to read this or explain what's going on?
I can talk a little bit about this. This is just an additional $8,000 for our conference team. Our conference team has been functioning pretty productively. As I just said, we spent some money on conferences. We'd like to continue spending money on conferences. So this is just a little bit more to sort of allow them to do some more long-term planning on how much they actually want to spend on each individual conference.
Okay. Does anyone have any other comments? Nope. The motion is on the adoption of Resolution 1, allocates funds for conferences. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 in favor, so that's unanimous. Resolution 1 is adopted, and the conference committee has additional funds for the next 9 months. The next thing I have on the agenda is a motion to appoint the grant committee. Let's see, we need to appoint members of the grant committee. I should review the rules related to the composition of the committee. There are at least 3 members of the committee. The board should appoint one of those members as the chair. Each member of the committee must be a member, but not an affiliate member, and must be in good standings. Are there any nominations for the grants committee?
Yes, I would like to nominate Garrison Foe to the grant committee.
Okay. And
As a member.
Yes, Garrison Foe as a member. Can someone clarify that the other, I have other things listed in our notes here. These people are already the rest of the committee, and this is filling the last member.
The
Yes.
first members, the presidents or the chair is also changing.
Okay, so let's go through with the first part of this. So that's the way I need to do this. Are there any other nominations for members of the grants committee?
Kylan?
Yeah.
I would like to nominate Stephen Krisiak to the grants committee.
Okay. Stephen Krisiak is nominated. Are there any other nominations? Okay, I don't hear any other nominations, so we're going to go ahead and vote for both of these together. Those in favor of appointing the 2 members mentioned, Stephen Krisiak and Garrison Fote, as members of the grant committee, raise their hand. I see 5 hands. That's unanimous. So Stephen and Garrison are now members of the grants committee. Do we have, I believe we have a nomination for the chair of the committee. Can someone?
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Jen Taylor as the chair of the grants committee.
Okay. Does anyone have any commentary on this? Nope. Okay. Are there any other nominations for the chair of the grants committee? Sounds like no. In that case, those in favor of appointing Jen Taylor as the chair of the grants committee, raise your hand. I see 5 hands. That's unanimous. Jen Taylor is now the chair of the grants committee. Thanks everybody for that. And again, thank you to the grants committee for reviewing all the grant applications that come in. It's an important part of the stuff we do. Okay, next new business. Resolution 2, allocate funds for judge recruitment. Does someone have a does someone want to explain what's going on here?
I can
talk to, or you want to talk to it?
Nope.
Yep.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yep. Yeah. So the judge recruitment project, which is headed by and my brain has immediately fallen out. But by Ryan Sears. We talked for like an hour today. It needs funds allocated by the board in order to do things like we are going to buy some banners, and we're going to ship out things to go to events where we're hosting judge recruitment and other related things for that. We're just allocating them an amount of money for these tasks, for shipment costs, for production costs, for all the things that they need. So, do you want me to read the resolution here, Joe, or do you want it?
I think if you've covered enough, we don't need to read the entire resolution.
Yeah, we're allocating them $2,000 for this fiscal year, and if it ends up being valuable, they can come back and ask for more as a recruitment project. So this isn't like we don't only want to spend $2,000. It's that we want to see how it goes with $2,000 worth of spending. So
okay. Is there any other comments on this resolution? Nope. Okay, so the motion is to adopt Resolution 2 to allocate funds for the recruitment project. All in favor, raise their hand. That's 5 hands. That's unanimous. The resolution is adopted. Funds are allocated for the recruitment project. The next thing I have on the agenda is the special meeting voting expenses. That's this link is to the wrong place. Does someone have the link handy?
I probably do.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is recruitment project link again.
Nope.
I can say what, while I'm digging around, I can also talk about what is in here. It's just approving $400 to the elections committee so that we can run the vote on the special meeting. Now, we might not actually use this, but it's important that we give them these funds just in case we need to purchase election buddy software and stuff.
Okay, so let's write this in here. This one. So
and for the general commentary on that, election buddy does votes in a pretty powerful way. We might not need all the power that election buddy has, but we want to be able to have allocated the funds here in case we end up needing it. So
okay, I think I have restored the correct version of this document. It should be visible now.
okay, I'll go ahead and read that document just so everybody has an opportunity to hear what's there, because it sounds like we had some issues with that linking. Resolution 3, special meeting voting expenses. Whereas a special member meeting is taking place on January 14th, 2026, that's next Wednesday, and will include a vote of the amendment of election bylaws. Resolved that the election committee is authorized to spend up to $400 on software and similar purchases to facilitate this vote, and resolved that the election committee will make all other determinations regarding the administration of this vote. Does anyone have any other commentary on the resolution? Nope. Okay, in that case, the motion is to adopt Resolution 3, special meeting voting expenses. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 hands. That's unanimous. The resolution is adopted. We will pay for the voting expenses for the meeting next week. The next thing I have on the agenda is extending gift subs. Anyone have commentary on this?
We just my commentary on it is we basically okay them for a year at a time, so that way a future board isn't locked into it. It's mostly pro forma. We can just make a motion to extend this. So it's just to make sure that gift subs are available on for Judge Foundry subs. So I would like to move to extend the expiration date of the gift subscription program to December 31st, 2026.
Okay. Does anyone have any other comments on Resolution 4? Nope. Okay, then the motion is to adopt Resolution 4 to maintain the current membership dues for 2026 and to continue gift subscriptions. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 hands. It's unanimous. Resolution 4 is adopted. We shall increase the deadline to the end of 2026. Next thing on the agenda is Resolution 5, adding judge recruitment committee members.
Yeah, so Canadian Western Provinces Regional Advocate Chris would like to join the judge recruitment committee. I would like to move that Chris be nominated for this committee.
Okay. So before I move forward with that, I just want to clarify, since I didn't get to this before. Did we charter the judge recruitment project as a project or as a committee? Because this matters.
That's a great question.
Because if it is a project, then the project lead has the authority to just add and remove project members. The board can say this person isn't part of the project anymore. If it is a committee, then we have to go through the process as we did with the grants committee, because the grants committee is chartered to specifically have committee members that have to be selected by the board. So this might be moot, but I don't remember.
I have the link to the charter. I have dropped it in the our group chat there.
Okay. Yeah, so this says the judge recruitment project uses the common project structure, so I don't think that is necessary to make this resolution at all, because the lead can just add members as they choose.
Sure, my apologies.
No, that's fine. This is what we do procedure for, to make sure that we do things the right way. That way we don't have to bog down all of our documents.
Sure.
Okay. In that case, I don't think we need to vote on that, but it was introduced as a resolution and Matt isn't here. So I am just going to ask for unanimous approval that we skip voting on that and move on. Does anyone have any problems with that? Nope. Great. Okay, we will move on to the next item on the agenda. Next item on the agenda is the project charter for social media. Someone want to explain what's going on with this?
Yeah, I can chat about it. So we have a number of social media accounts and systems that we would like to centralize to a total group of people that are going to be running these. Dino Crabtree has done a fantastic job of running the social media accounts and interacting with judges on behalf of the board and Judge Foundry. The team has not been necessarily defined as of yet, but we are looking for people to step up and volunteer for this. So to do so, we are creating a project charter for social media accounts, whether that be to moderate, maintain, and manage those accounts, such as X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, Discord, and possibly any others that come up over time. The duties of this committee are as described, as well as to advise and communicate with the board of directors to come up with other possible social media platforms, tools, or engagement strategies, as well as to disseminate official communications and announcements from Judge Foundry, but also to maintain that official communication channels, such as emailing the board or contacting us through our preferred contact methods, still be maintained so that we can keep those communications in line with other boards in the future and allow for communication through judge apps as well. So this charter is to create a team to maintain and manage all of those things.
Okay. I have one comment here. This charter kind of threads the needle between creating a committee and creating a project, which is fine. We can create a project that's led by a committee. That's not a problem, but it doesn't define how that committee is created. It doesn't say, as far as I can tell from this, the committee just exists, and there isn't defined how that committee is created. For example, if you read the charter for the levels and testing, it'll say that the board has to appoint the lead of the project. And if you read the resolution that created the grants committee, it defines that the board appoints the committee and can do whatever it wants. So if the intent here is that is how this works, then we should amend the charter to say so. Is that what the intent was, or does someone want to expand on that?
I think the intent was to have this be appointed by the board, so it sounds like we need to resolve those issues and vote on it possibly next board meeting.
So we can do it now, just so it's clear, and then we can further amend it later. I would rather get this out there that we want to create this, but we're obviously not going to be able to vote on adding anyone because we don't have any people that we want to add. But I'm going to suggest that we amend this project charter to add, let me find the correct text here. Yeah, so I think we need something along the lines of I think that's fine. I think we can do that, and then we can fix it for next month as well. But at least it will be out there, because once we approve the charter, then we can put it on the website and we can start pointing people at that. So if that's the case, then I'm going to move that we amend the charter that we've posted to add the line that the board of directors will appoint the members of the project, or sorry, appoint the members of the social media. Okay, so yes, so I made the motion to amend the charter to say that the board of directors will appoint the members of the social media committee. Does anyone have any comments on that motion? Nope. Okay. So the motion is to adopt the amendment as previously stated. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 hands. It's unanimous. The motion is adopted. The charter is amended to include the definition of how the project committee is created. And now the motion is to adopt the project charter and create the social media committee. Does anyone have further comments on adopting the charter? Sounds like no. In that case, the motion is to adopt the project charter and create the social media committee. All in favor, raise your hand. I see 5 hands. It's unanimous. The social media project exists now, and we will create or add committee members in the next meeting, most likely, and ask Matt to undo all of the bad things that I just did. Look, he told me that I kind of know what I'm doing. The next thing I have on the agenda is Resolution 6, acquire all social media accounts. Someone want to comment
I can
on
talk about this one as well. So Resolution 6 is that we have a few accounts that are out in the wild that are not controlled by the board of directors directly. This is something that we would like to, very similar to the password manager, have passed through from board to board. So the idea is to officially request that all social media accounts that can be passed to a generic Judge Foundry controlled account get done. I know that Discord is currently controlled by somebody else. This is an example. Facebook, unfortunately, cannot be if memory serves because it has to be a person's account that runs the page. And we can't make a Judge Foundry account because that is not a real person, and Facebook doesn't like that. So for all other social media accounts that can be controlled by a generic account, that will be added as something that the board of directors controls and passes through from each board of directors that is elected. That is a generic idea of what this resolution does.
Okay. Does anyone have any other commentary? Nope. Okay. In that case, the motion is to adopt Resolution 6, which will require all social media accounts to be owned by the board if representing Judge Foundry. All in favor, raise your hand. All opposed. The resolution passes. That we will now require that members, or request all members that own or control a Judge Foundry social media account transfer ownership to the Judge Foundry board account. Next on the agenda, that is it for new business. Does anyone else have any other new business before we move to announcements? Sounds like no. So we'll move on to announcements. Who wants to go first? I see a few things on the list here.
I can just...
Yeah, go ahead, Toby.
Yeah, I can go over. One of the things we want to mention is the shop is closed. It will reopen March 1st to April 31st. So if you wanted a hoodie or a polo or something, you missed the boat for the last couple months, but it's coming back in March, so don't worry about it.
All right. Anyone else have new announcements? Anyone can jump in if they want. Otherwise, I'll go down the list.
I guess we can briefly talk about the results of the review writing contest. So I'm super excited to chat about this. I've been tasked to keep it brief, but please don't worry. There will be a full-length article that will be posted to the Judge Foundry website either sometime tomorrow evening or during sometime on Friday that you all can read. Step one, we had to identify what our word count was going to be. We said a minimum of 100 words, and there was a small team of us, and I'll get there in a second, but I do want to congratulate the winner of the regional contest. So congratulations to Canada Western Provinces. Huge congratulations to them. Their RA Chris will get $500 to do something cool for their region. Really, really excited. And that all of that work was per judge. So the Great Lakes region actually wrote the most amount of reviews, I think at about 56. But we also have one of the largest judge populations at about 70. The Western provinces wrote, of course, a smaller amount of reviews, but they have less judges. So that's how the math worked out. It will be explained a little bit more. And then there was an individual, quantity award. So coming in at first here with 11 reviews with at least 100 words, this year was Joe Steet. Coming in at second with 10 reviews was Sam Philipper. Coming in at third with 9 reviews was Noah Rabin. And coming in at fourth, we had a couple of judges. We had Ryan Sears and James Skoog. So congratulations to those individuals for their quantity this year. Yeah, round of applause. It's amazing. It's great. Brooke himself had 14. But it was his idea, his grant application, and his contest, so he DQ'd himself. Myself and Toby also were tied up here to receive prizes, but we obviously DQ'd ourselves out of this as well. The last part of the contest was quality. So here, there was a Google form that was sent out. It was open for at least a couple of weeks for you to nominate a review that you thought was really stellar throughout the year, either a review that you wrote for another judge or a review that you received from another judge. And we didn't have a lot of nominations here, which was a little bit disappointing, but it's something for us to look at as a committee and maybe try to change for this year if we decide to do this again. But coming in at first for quality was Ryan Sears, and coming in at second for quality was Daniel Crabtree. Brooke made a note here that I had wrote some excellent reviews this year. However, I disqualified myself and I am not going to collect any prizes. Brooke and the team put together a lot of final thoughts paragraphs, but really what it comes down to is we love to see the engagement. We were very, very happy with the amount of reviews that we have seen written. And without these reviews and without community, we don't get to do the amazing work that we get to do, and we are not able to learn. And a huge shout out to Adam Blaylock, Jim Gugamos, and of course, Brooke Gardner-Durbin for their work here. I was also on that committee, but it kind of feels calling myself out for that work. But I really appreciate these individuals. We did really quality work in a very quick turnaround. So I'm very, very happy. I think that's all I have. And keep an eye out for that full length article on the Judge Foundry website in the next couple of days.
Thanks, Kylan. The next announcement I have is that maintenance for 2026 will open probably the first day of February. I'm working closely with a few different folks from a few different teams to get things up and ready. So you should see a checklist on your judge apps starting at the beginning of February. Things are going to look very similar to last year. I don't think there's going to be any major changes to requirements, but everybody who went through maintenance last year, which is most of the folks who are still in the organization, will know that it was a fairly low lift to get your things in. So there'll be lots of reminders from us, including at the next board meeting, get your maintenance done. Do we have any other announcements?
Yes, I would like to very briefly talk about the exemplar. So the second wave of Exemplar, the fall of 2025 wave, has now closed. And if you received an Exemplar nomination, you can go look at those and read those in Judge Apps. So maybe you're having a tough day and you want to go read an Exemplar. They're really awesome to read. And the third wave, the team is waiting on a few things to be put in place and shuffle around. But keep your eyes peeled and be listening for the third wave of Exemplar coming soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Galen. Does anyone else have any other announcements? Nope. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and call that the end of the January 2026 Judge Foundry board meeting. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for being here, and we'll see you all at events of the next month or at the board meeting in February.